Good afternoon and God bless. Vision of the Sun. I want to thank everybody who subscribed to the channel. We have 44 subscribers. I haven't been on in almost 3 weeks now. I've been working a lot of hours, so I apologize for that. But this might be an article that you guys already read and already caught wind of. But I wanted to make sure that I got it out there. So I apologize if I'm late on the news with this one here, but it had to get reported on my channel. Exposing the keys to Disney's operations and agenda. Bear with me because I'm going to try to read the whole article for you guys. This one's really important to get it out there. If the world only had eyes to see the fibers which lay under the surface of Walt Disney's image, they tar and feather him and drag him through the streets. If only they knew what Disney's primary goal is. Keys to the Magic Kingdom, the Masonic Key. There's a bunch of guys there, plus Walt Disney. Walt Disney was born in Chicago in 1901 and moved with his family to Kansas City in 1910. Walt's obsession with escapism, imagination, magic, and animals were forged on their Kansas City farm under the repressive, abusive, cruel, and loveless tyranny of his father, who would allegedly march them to the woodshed and dispense his brutal punishments daily. Young Disney joined Demali in 1920 as the 107th member of the original mother chapter of Demali in Kansas City, Missouri. He was 19 years old. Demali International, founded in 1919, is an international fraternal organization for boys 12 to 21. It was named for Jacques de Molay, the last Grand Master of the Knights Templar. Demali is considered to be part of the general family of Masonic organizations. Frank Dad Land, the founder of the Order of Demali, was honored with the King Commander of the Court of Honor of the Scottish Rite and coronated a 33rd degree in 1925. Each Demali chapter must be sponsored by a local Masonic body. The sponsoring body is responsible for providing the chapter with adult advisors. Walt received the Demali Legion of Honor in 1931, the highest attainable degree, corresponding to that of a 33-degree Mason. It was in the mid-1930s that Walt Disney Studio began sending Demali International a Mickey Mouse comic strip entitled Mickey Mouse Chapter for Demali National Newsletter. Commemorative coins were available for purchase to this day, featuring Mickey, Walt, and well as the Demali and Freemason emblems. In 1935, Walt Disney was summoned to Paris, France, to receive a medal for the creation of Mickey Mouse from the League of Nations. During his European tour, Disney dined with the British royal family, had a private audience with the Pope, and a long interview with Italian dictator Benito Mussolini. It was during this European trip that Disney had a lunch with writer and prophet H.G. Wells, a major inspiration for Disney's Tomorrowland, who through his predictions of the future, conditioned the public to prepare for and accept the stages of the New World Order. In addition to sponsoring a Masonic Club for Disneyland employees, Walt Disney, who created the infamous Club 33, located at 33 Royal Street in Disneyland, which is located on the 33 parallel north. A secretive club's decor is reminiscent of a Masonic lounge with its black and white checkered floor representing duality and gold, blue and gold drapestries, the colors of the Masonic emblem. The Disney Club that's so exclusive you never even heard of it. Club 33, named after Walt Disney's Masonic ties, has an invite-only membership, a 14-year wait list, and $100,000 initiation fee. There's a picture right there. A quick internet search of various sites on the 33 parallel of significance to the Freemasons will pull up a wealth of information, with perhaps the most notable location being Mount Hermon, the site from which the Book of Enoch states 200 watchers or fallen angels ascended to earth. There's a picture. There's Mount Hermon. Is that there? The Magic Keys of King Solomon. Okay. Yeah. The Magic Keys of King Solomon. King Solomon is a central figure among illuminated Freemasons. They believe that King Solomon held the keys to the mysteries of dark magic, and with a magic ring bearing the six-pointed star or seal of Solomon, gained the power to summon demons and spirits, using his will to control them and command them to complete tasks. The number 33 is not just selected at random by the originators of the Scottish Rite. The seal of Solomon, made up of two intersecting triangles, which considered a graphic representation of 3 and 3. It also plays a prominent role in Kabbalah. The number 33 is significant to Freemasons as it represents illumination or enlightenment. As a Damali Legion of Honor recipient, there is little doubt that Disney understood the significance of the number 33 in Freemasonry, and the creation of Club 33 was initially designed in honor of the Freemasons. The FBI key. Very few people are aware of Disney's close tie with the Bureau, as revealed through FOIA documents. Of the 750 pages released on Walt Disney, the majority were censored. However, the documents which were legible were very intriguing. There's one of the articles there. 1947, J. Edgar Hoover and Walt Disney struck a long-standing relationship or friendship. The same year, House Un-American Activities Committee announced their first Hollywood blacklist. This friendship was initially sparked by Disney's desire to inform the FBI of how the communist infiltration resulted in his animators going on strike in 1941. Up here, this was intentionally designed. Sorry, I said the wrong word. Alright, there's another document there. A year after Tomorrowland opening, the FBI file recorded a meeting between the Los Angeles special agent in charge and Walt Disney. Disney requested the meeting efforts to include the FBI in his vision of Tomorrowland. The document illustrates the effective FBI tactics of aggressive public relations campaigning in addition to illegal surveillance. Their partnership was so close that by the time of Tomorrowland opening in 1955, the FBI was referring to Walt Disney as a close contact of the special agent in charge. Additionally, Disneyland was offered to the FBI for official matters and recreational purposes. There's another document there. Further transcripts show that Disney and Hoover were in constant communication regarding the use of Disney's TV shows as a propaganda tool for the FBI, and 3 episodes of Mickey Mouse Club were specifically designed for the FBI. Another document there. We may never know the full extent of Disney's relationship with the FBI as an informant. However, the declassified FBI documents do shed some light on this topic. There's another document there. The CIA key. In an attempt to allow German scientists to help in post-war efforts, Truman agreed in September 1946 to authorize Project Paperclip, a program to bring Nazi German scientists to America. The plan was originally intended to debrief them and send them back to Germany. However, when the U.S. realized the extent of their knowledge and expertise, plans changed. Allen Dulles offered the Nazi intelligence unit to the CIA, which many projects later stemmed from, including MK Ultra and Operation Midnight Climax. As a member of the Project Paperclip, Nazi scientist Wernher von Braun became well known for his contributions to the Apollo moon landing, which never happened. Von Braun nearly received an award, the Presidential Medal of Freedom, until one of Ford's senior advisors objected to his Nazi past. Doesn't matter, they're all freaking liars and deceivers anyway, so it didn't matter. They should have just gave him the award. Disneyland opened during the same year that von Braun worked as a technical director on 3 Disney TV shows about space: Man in Space, Man in the Moon, and Mars and Beyond. In the 1950s and the early 1960s, von Braun became one of Walt Disney's experts on the World of Tomorrow, Operation Mockingbird, a large-scale CIA program organized by Allen Dulles and designed to manipulate news media for propaganda purposes, also began in the early 1950s. The CIA spent millions per year hiring journalists in corporate media from Disney/ABC and others to promote their point of view. The original operation reportedly included nearly 3,000 CIA operatives and 400 journalists. That's why I don't watch the mainstream news either, or I don't. It's been a couple of years that I rarely ever tune into it, and this is a perfect example right here because they've been doing this for a long time, and I knew there was always something wrong with the mainstream news. It just gave me this feeling, like this eerie feeling. I don't know. This just irked me. It's something about it, and I finally figured it all out. According to the congressional report published in 1976, the CIA currently maintains a network of several hundred individuals around the world who provide intelligence for the CIA and at times attempt to influence opinion through the use of covert propaganda. These individuals provide the CIA with direct access to a large number of newspapers and periodicals, scores of press services and news agencies, radio and TV stations, commercial book publishers, and other foreign media outlets. In 2007, a large sum of documents known as the Family Jewels were declassified and released by the National Security Archive, which revealed that the CIA had routinely wiretapped Washington-based newspaper reporters. The individuals who were tapped were most likely considered to be a threat and would not comply with their propaganda and gatekeeping efforts. Disney had a cozy relationship with the CIA going back decades. In fact, the CIA liked to brag about Disney's special effects wizard Robert Carey Broughton, creating award-winning films for both Disney and the OSS. Files obtained through FOIA revealed that the DoD and the CIA have backed and influenced the production of hundreds of movies and TV shows, many which are owned by the Walt Disney Company. Perhaps the most sinister of all known CIA projects is MK Ultra, authorized under Alan Dulles in 1953 as a direct result of Nazi scientists' influence on U.S. intelligence through Project Paperclip. The project involved the use of many methodologies to manipulate individual mental state and alter brain function, including the surreptitious administration of drugs and other chemicals, sensory deprivation, installation, verbal and sexual abuse in order to induce a state of trauma-based mind control in their victims. Strain all urine, strain. Wow, look at this picture right here. Sick bastards. Countless self-proclaimed victims of these horrific trauma-based mind control experience attest to the use of Disney films for their programming, especially child victims. Films like Wizard of Oz and Alice in Wonderland were reported as stable and mind control programming as the imagery optimized the traumatized victims' ability to dissociate and accept programming instructions. Because such candidates were and are selected young before the ego is fully formed, children's stories were favorite modeling texts, such as The Wizard of Oz and Alice in Wonderland. Hence, the connection with the entire Disney empire involvement in such programming. Originally designed as a program to be used for interrogation purposes, the MK Ultra program followed many of the guidelines listed in the declassified Cubank Interrogation Manual, which lists a method of interrogation known as the Alice in Wonderland method. The method involved a confusing technique to detach the interviewee from reality. And there's like a description, 2 paragraphs describing the method, the Alice in Wonderland method. Through the FOIA request in 1977, a cache of approximately 20,000 documents related to Project MK Ultra were uncovered, prompting hearings. The CIA insisted that MK Ultra experiments were abandoned. However, the 14-year CIA veteran Victor Micciarci stated in various interviews that the CIA routinely conducts disinformation campaigns and CIA mind control programs carried on. In a bizarre twist of happenstance, the director of the CIA, who authorized Project Paperclip, MK Ultra, and Operation Mockingbird, Alan Dulles, is allegedly a distant cousin of Walt Disney, whose company has been associated with each of these 3 programs. There's the scumbag right here, Alan Dulles, and here's Walt Disney. The relation between Walt Disney and the CIA was so close that they actually played a key role in helping Disney with the purchase of the land to build Disney World. Disney hired Paul Halliwell, who ran CIA operation in Southeast Asia, and Wild Bull Donovan, head of the spy organization that eventually became the CIA. With their help, Disney was able to purchase the land at a very low cost and retain control of the property. To get the land cheaply and discreetly, Wild Bull Donovan and his law firm created a number of shell corporations. Next, the disinformation campaign was orchestrated to keep locals from knowing that Disney was buying the property. If residents had known, they would have asked for more money. Eventually, people became suspicious, and Walt Disney had no choice but to admit that he was building a park in Orlando. Property values immediately shot up. To maintain control of a large piece of property, Paul Hellenwell created fake cities where the property was located to install a complaint government in favor of Disney's plans. Disney close associates with the CIA have continued on to the present day using Big Brother spying techniques which have been shared with the intelligence community. Disney World is responsible for the nation's longest single commercial application of biometrics. Wow, look at that. And after 9/11, the government sought Disney's advice in intelligence, security, and biometrics. Disney boasts the use of biometrics at their parks as well as their cruise line. A number of Disney employees have gone on to fill some of the most sensitive positions in the U.S. intelligence and security communities, including Disney executive Gordon Levin, Eric Hasselton, and Brian Fearon. The pedophilia key. A culture of pedophilia has been carried down from the very top of the Disney company and infiltrated every aspect of the organization. In exposed entitled Hollywood Babylon 2, Kenneth Anger alludes to a possible propensity towards pedophilia between Walt Disney and Bob Driscoll. Some animators stated that the boss, Walt Disney, seemed to have fallen in love with the boy. There may be some truth in this. The boy who Walt fell in love with was a small, young, attractive boy actor named Bob Driscoll who signed up in 1946 with Disney. He acted in Song of the South, Treasure Island, and Bobby's voice was used in Peter Pan. Like so many childhood stars, Bobby displayed signs of trauma from childhood abuse, becoming a drug addict by the age of 17 and dying from an overdose a few years later. One of Disney's directors, Victor Salva, was convicted of molesting a boy and filming one of the sexual molestations. Former Walt Disney Company executive Michael Langley have been sentenced to 81 months in prison for 4 counts of first-degree sexual abuse involving a 7-year-old girl. Director of music publishing at Disney, John Healy, who was arrested on 3 counts of lewd and lascivious acts on a child, is accused of abusing 2 underage girls. Furthermore, multiple pedophile rings, including Disney, have been uncovered through the years, involving dozens of Disney employees ranging in positions from ticket sales to night shift managers. Recently unsealed Epstein's documents revealed that victim Virginia Robert Gruffudd, named among others Democratic Senator of Maine George Mitchell, as one of her pedophile rapists. Mitchell served as chairman of the Walt Disney Company from March 2004 until January 2007. The Virgin Islands home of Epstein, who recently died under highly questionable circumstances while in prison, was subsequently raided by FBI and New York Police Department, who seized computer equipment from the resident. Subsequently, I don't know why I can't say that word right now. But anyway, with all eyes on the rapidly developing Epstein case, new information connecting Disney to Epstein's pedo island have come to light. Disney Cruise Line sponsored a snorkeling expedition to the island, now known for its connection to child sex trafficking, sparking citizen investigative journalists who have speculated that there are underground dungeons within the island to dig deeper into a potential connection with child trafficking to the island. Alright, we got one more article here. There's some proof here of the snorkeling expedition and where it was going. What's even more concerning is that between 2000 and 2014, nearly 200 passengers went missing from cruise ships, and the maritime law for passengers, particularly children, was shockingly lenient, offering no protection under the current law for any compensation for children who died due to the cruise ship's negligence. Given Disney's extensive history of nefarious activities involving the intelligence community as well as pedophilia, and considering that sexual assaults are the most widely reported crimes that occur on cruise ships. Wow. There's no wonder that a Disney-sponsored snorkel trip to Little St. John raises concerns. The keys to Disney's Magic Kingdom open a virtual Pandora's box of illegal and immoral activities ranging from secret FBI and CIA operations to pedophilia and child sex trafficking rings. As for the ones who have committed these crimes, the time is now to lock them up and throw those keys away forever. Praise God. Hallelujah to that, because you know what? It's time for all of them to go down. Supposedly Q said that all of this is going to hit the fan by October this year. So we'll see. That is the end of the article. Link will be in the description below. I got a 3-year-old and a 9-year-old daughter, and I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. And you see that our own government is the most corrupt, vile people in existence that are doing this stuff. So that's the proof right there. You know, my mission statement with my channel is Ephesians 5:11, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. Which reprove, another word for reprove is expose them. And that's what I'm doing. Let's do God's work. You know, on that note, I hope you guys got something out of this article. Don't support Disney with anything. Don't bring your children there. Nothing with all the history that we can prove now that's came to light. God shined light on this situation. This was Jesus Christ that did this right here, because we would never knew about this unless Jesus Christ shined his light on the situation, so it became manifest. Definitely share this article. This is definitely an article I would like you guys to share. Like the article so it gets out there on the suggested videos. Subscribe if you want. My channel really isn't for subscribers. I don't really need the subscribers, but if you subscribe, you can hit the bell notification, get more articles when I report them. I hope you guys really got something out of this. If you got children, you should definitely be taking this serious right here. And on that note, have a good afternoon and God bless. Vision of the Sun.